Hi, my name is Ed Morykwas. I'm the video creator for the Birmingham Photography Club. Over the past few years, I've created more than 60 videos for them, slideshows of their photos with music. And some of our members have asked me to explain what my process is, how do I actually create these videos, because they would like to create videos of their own with their families or their travels, something like that. So I'm about to show you some of the steps that I use when I'm creating a video for the club. Hope you enjoy it.
I'll start with this disclaimer. What I am about to show you is my personal way of working, developed and refined over time. It's specific to me, but it contains several universal principles which apply to many circumstances. It has 4 steps, which I call the 4 pillars of productivity, and they are the gathering stage, the sorting stage, the creating stage, and the editing stage. As a practical example, think about the art of making pancakes. The first thing you do is to collect all the items you need, the ingredients, the implements, the measuring cups and spoons, and of course, the recipe. That's the gathering stage. Next, you arrange everything in order, especially if you're cooking with kids. First, the dry ingredients, then the wet ingredients, the tools you'll need, where you'll need them. That's the sorting stage. You measure and combine the ingredients step by step, following the recipe. When the frying pan gets hot, things move pretty quickly. Experienced chefs add their own unique touches, animal shapes or stars or hearts, chocolate chips or chopped nuts. It's fun. That's the creating stage. Before the dish is served, you check that it looks and tastes good. You are your own quality control officer because what you've made represents you. Whenever I do a video for the club, I encourage as much participation as possible. This is measured not only by the number of photos, but by how many people submit them. And here's a look inside my computer. You can see that I have lots of folders stretching back over 5 years. Every folder contains several subfolders. As each person sends photos for that month's video, I store them safely inside their own folder. After the submission deadline, I create a new video folder containing these 4 sections. I copy all the submitted images into the photo files folder. For the sorting stage, I choose Adobe Bridge. It allows me to view and rearrange the files on my screen. By default, it starts in film strip view, so you can see along the bottom here all the photos in a row. That's not the most convenient, but up at the top here is a link that says Essentials, and if you hit that link, it becomes an interactive storyboard, and you can drag the files around however you want. My goal is to put them in an order that seems to make sense, using clusters of photos that appear to be related. So for example, this red stop sign probably wants to go up here next to this red image taken inside of a car wash. This stepping stone could go there, and these red flowers could go there, and this sculpture from the Detroit Institute of Arts could go there. So you see how I've put these together, and when they're in the video, one image will flow into the next, and it'll be more pleasing to the eye and seem to tell a story. And so here is the result of the sorting process. I spent a few minutes moving files around, trying to put them into clusters that seem to fit together. Can you see some of the patterns that I tried to create? The last step is to rename these files so that they will stay in this order that I've selected. So the first thing I do is Control A to select them all, and I'm going to call them angles. Rename. There we go. So now all my files are in the order that I want, and I can work with them because the file names are sequential. The simplest way to create a video slideshow is to use Google Photos. You just open up your album, click the first picture to enlarge it, and then click on the three white dots up in the right corner. A menu drops down, you click on Slideshow, and the slideshow begins to play. You can't save it or share it, but if you want to just see it on your screen, there it is. Macintosh users have a program called iMovie, which is very intuitive and very powerful. If you have a Mac, this comes built in for free along with your computer. Microsoft has a website which is app.clipchamp.com. This is a very powerful video editing tool with a lot of features, including create a video with AI. There's also a lot of different templates that you can use depending on the look that you want your video to have. And the learning curve is somewhat steep on this, so give yourself enough time to get used to it. But it makes pretty good videos. And then the one that I prefer and that I usually use is Windows Movie Maker. This is an old program from the Windows XP days, but it's still available for download. And you can see that it has a timeline of your video, a little preview window, and lots of other features. I'll go into that in more detail in just a minute. Okay, here we go. This is a blank screen for Windows Movie Maker, and it's ready for us to work on our project. The first thing that we need to do is add all of our photos. You remember that we gathered them and we sorted them, and now we are going to add them. The button is right up here, Add Photos and Videos. You can see all the photos are populating inside of this program in the order that we specified, because remember, we renamed them, so it knows to put them in that correct order. Okay, so all our photos are in place. You can see this is sort of like a timeline, uh, a film strip, and all the photos are uh, in your video. At this point, you can play the video. If you click on this little triangle, you can see the marker is moving through, and when it gets to this tree, there we go. So this is a very simple video. You could just save this and you'd be done. But remember, we talked about how the experienced chefs will add their own touches to a recipe to make it unique and special. And that's what we want to do with Movie Maker. One thing that's really important that I've learned is timing. 7 seconds is a goodly amount of time to look at a photo, so that's the default value. But what if we wanted a really fast paced? I'm going to click this first one, and then I'm going to click this last one to select a bunch. And I go to my edit menu, and I pull it down, and I say, let's make them all 1 second apiece. Watch your preview window, and you'll see what that looks like. So you can see pacing makes a big difference. You can change the length of any individual slide or any group of slides that you want. The next thing that we're looking at is transitions. Suppose we are going from this slide to this one, but the transitions allow you to have all sorts of different animations. So that's under the animations menu, and watch the preview. Lots of little circles, a diamond shape, a heart, a rectangle. So by playing around with these transitions, your video becomes much more interesting visually. A lot of programs, no matter which one you choose, have this feature, transitions. The next thing we have is camera movement. Again, this is under the animations menu, and it's on this side of the screen. And there's a whole bunch of different kinds of animations that you can choose from. Panning means the camera moves just in a straight line. So you can see by panning up, the image moves down. By panning left, the image moves to the right. Now zooming in, you see how we're zooming into that? Let's zoom in. The stop sign, image of the stop sign just gets larger and larger on your screen. Now you can get carried away with this function, but I think it adds a certain appeal to your video. So that's called camera movement. Okay, the next thing is filters. Suppose we have, let's see here, here's an interesting one. A tree with curvy branches. Under visual effects, you can hit that. It's sort of like in Photoshop. You can make it monochrome. You can make it high key. There's a wide variety of filters. So if you are so inclined, you can make your image all sorts of different looks. Okay, the next thing that we have are captions. Let's say that we have, oh, this is a good one right here, because this image doesn't take up much of the screen. So if I go to my home menu and I click on caption, now I can put in some text, and I could just type, this is a palm tree. Now, that's not very strong. That font is not very strong. So you can change, you can make it bold, spread this out a little bit, or you could select it all. Right now it's 24 point. You could make it 48 point, and then just spread this out so that it all shows. There are also different ways of revealing your caption. So it can just fade in, it can stretch in, it can spin, or you can have it zoom in. See how by adding words and animation, it makes your video more interesting. Adding music is a very nice way to enhance your video. So the first question is, how much music do you need? Right here in the corner of the preview screen is a counter that says this demo video is 7 minutes and 50 seconds long. To find your music, you go to this website, the YouTube Audio Library. It has a wide range of music and sound effects that you can use in your videos for free. Now, since our video is 7 minutes and 50 seconds long, let's click this little triangle here to search for duration. And it wants to be 0750. Apply. Now, all the selections are 750 or more. If I click on the word duration at the top of this column, it will sort them. And here is one right at the top that is 7 minutes and 50 seconds. If we listen to it a little bit, that has sort of a nice relaxed sound that would fit with our photos. You can go through and test some of the other ones, but I think we found it right here. So we click on download and we save it into our download folder. To add the music, I want to go to the start of my video. So I scroll up all the way to the very top. I click my insert point right here at the beginning. Then on the Home tab, there's a button that says Add Music. And here's the song that I just downloaded. And you can see this green stripe. That is the music file. And it should fit just about right all the way to the end of our video. So this is going to work out very nicely. Let's test it out to see how it sounds. I think we got a winner there. As with all computer projects, saving is very important. In Windows Movie Maker, this procedure actually has two separate steps. So you pull down the File menu, and this item saves your work file. I recommend doing this every few minutes, even when your video is not complete. You don't want to lose your progress. Then, when you're all finished and it's ready to share, save movie, and it will give you a number of options how to save. And we can't forget the fourth pillar of our creative process, the editing stage. You'll probably have to watch your video a few times to improve and enhance it before it's finally ready for YouTube.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope it inspires you to create your own videos. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.